Hello and welcome back to Fix It in Post. I'm Isaac.
I am Dan.
There we go. That was awful, but we're using it. Ssaule, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you very much.
What? There's someone else here.
There's someone else here. Shit, yeah.
Thank you for having me. As I said, I'm an avid listener of the show, so...
Yeah, we have one whole listener, and now we've cornered them for the podcast.
Yeah, we're going to slowly go through our entire listener base and just get everyone that listens on the show.
How charitable.
I'm glad you did this today, because I'm not feeling good. I'm going to need you guys to cover for me.
Oh, God. Okay.
Are you ill?
Yeah, I wasn't even sure. Earlier I could barely speak.
Really?
Yeah, I'm coming back to life.
Have you got the Rona?
Oh, it's possible. It's possible.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
I'm on the Lemsips as well. I can feel it coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you make me one, please?
There you go. Airdropping it too.
Thank you. Tasty, lemony and sippy. So, Ssaule, who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Ssaule. I'm a self-governed alternative pop project based in East London, and I make music.
Nice. Self-governed. I like that.
Yeah.
Organic, homegrown. I don't like the term bedroom producer. It just reduces you to one room. I've written music in the hallway, in the living room. Not just in the bedroom, but...
So we can call you like a hallway producer, I guess.
Yeah, you could say there's some good reverb in the hallways.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, find all the good sort of acoustic spots around the world, I guess.
That is interesting. I've not heard of someone specifically going to a hallway for the reverb, but there is good natural reverb.
What was it? Was it Smashing Pumpkins that used? They recorded some like ad libs in a toilet because the tiling gave some really weird fucking reverb.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I've heard of a couple people using bathrooms. Bathrooms are great. Whenever you're singing in the shower, wherever, you sound amazing.
I was in the studio once, and there's this reverb plugin that has obviously it's a fancy studio, so it has a display on the mixing console, and the whole reverb plugin is based on different spaces, and where Bob Dylan recorded something in the toilet, and they went and did an impulse response. The sine sweep.
Brilliant.
And they capture the reverb in these really strange particular spaces.
Oh,
so
wow.
I wouldn't write it off. So
Fuck yeah.
it's all about the hallway these days.
Is that where Lars recorded his snare for Saint Anger?
Fuck.
That's just a trash can in a toilet, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't even a snare.
It's a acquired taste.
Is it?
So some people do actually seem to like it.
Who?
They like the sound of punching garbage.
It's not good.
I mean, I like the experimentation. I'll give them that.
I like it. I mean, Isaac mixed one of my tracks. It was actually the first track that I've introduced us in terms of professional music relationship, called Beer Can. And the title is...
Beer can.
Yeah, is pretty much based on the fact that I sampled a beer can, an empty beer can with a plastic straw, and made a beat out of it.
Oh,
It was a self-imposed challenge, when you have the little, what's the thingy bob on top of the can opener.
So like the pull tab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the tab, yeah.
So all about the experimentation.
Oh, that's awesome. I love stuff like that, yeah. What do you use to record the samples? Are you just using your normal microphone?
I just use an iPhone, and then I just took it into Ableton and obviously added some ring modulation and some delay, a lot of saturation, and then obviously layered a kick drum and a snare to have the sort of heavy bass parts of the beat.
I always love the stuff like that where you just get a sample and then edit it, or just move the timing around to make something actually musical out of something that isn't very musical.
If we do end up using this material in the podcast, I can supply the raw sound of the beer can and then the end version.
Do it, yeah.
Ooh,
absolutely.
yeah. I want to hear that just for myself, but
Yeah, send that over to me and I'll put it in here.
and again here. Do you tune the beer can, or are you using the natural frequency of the beer can?
I might have taken it a couple of STs down.
Okay.
Just for the girth.
Okay, fair enough.
For the girth.
For the oomph. I don't remember. I'll pull up the Logic Ableton session after this and I'll send it to you.
I sound like a Jamaican saying bacon.
For fuck's sake,
Beer
Daniel.
can. Beer can.
Like Space Ghettos.
Ghetto.
Oh!
Yes.
Yes.
Buy me a Coke.
No, you're just going to make music out of it.
Shit. Oh, sorry. About Party Mouth.
That's fine. Fuck
We
it.
swear on this show.
It's-
Oh, that's why you don't get sponsors.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be it. It's definitely not the time where Dan kept saying boop, so I had to replace it with arsehole.
Oh,
That
yeah.
took me about half an
That
hour.
was great.
Fix it in
Yeah.
the post.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll fix it in post. Wait, if I just go boop, can you just put that on it?
Yeah, okay.
Then that'll be fine. Sorted. So what's been going on? What's happening?
Not much, honestly. The music's been kind of quiet recently. Although it has come out now that so Shakira played the Super Bowl halftime show last year, and somehow she managed to accidentally dye her hair black before she played it.
How did you manage that? I mean, Shakira is not the person that dyes her own hair.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't think she's responsible for dyeing her own hair.
I think she does.
Or maybe because of lockdown, she had to do it herself. And,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe.
and then she realized it's not as easy as she thought.
Yeah.
What color was she going for to get black by accident?
Well, I'm not sure. She said, so I was dyeing my hair the night before the Super Bowl with the exact same hair dye that I use every time. And that night my hair decided to turn black. It was also my birthday. It was almost midnight. And of course, the next day I had to be up and ready. So,
Oh man, there must have been like some huge meltdown.
yeah, shit. The day before you're playing the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
On your fucking
of all
birthday.
times to have like a major hair malfunction. And it's your birthday.
Hair is everything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
I got my fringe cut a few months ago and I had a mental breakdown.
Imagine you had to play the Super Bowl the next day and it was your birthday.
She had to bleach it with 40 volume peroxide water.
So she's bald now.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Yeah, no, it's not. She really fucked up her scalp. She said it got really irritated.
Fuck. I mean, if I was Shakira, like she's got a couple pounds in her bank account.
Just a couple, like 2 or 3 quid.
She can get a new scalp.
Yeah.
I think she could afford a really good wig. Like if you need last minute, I bet there's loads of Shakira wigs already out there that you can just go and pick up.
Yeah, 100%.
Shakira though, if you want to make every girl in the club go absolutely ape shit, just play the first few notes from "Man, I Feel Like a Woman." Is that the dent
Was that- wait, was that-
and then everyone's like
Was that
kicking down
Shakira?
doors
Hold
and going
on.
mental? Is that Shakira? Am I wrong?
That's not Shakira.
I've got the wrong. But
No.
oh fuck's sake!
That was Shania Twain.
That's Shania Twain. Yes.
Yeah.
So I've got a fever. I'm
You
hallucinating.
got your
It's
extras
all-
mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, I'm going back to bed. You guys cover me.
All right, fuck off with you. I'm going to change the topic a little bit here.
Oh,
Okay.
So Zayn Malik has denied striking Gigi Hadid's mother, even though he's been charged and he pleaded no contest.
Whoa. Okay. That's a lot of serious words in one sentence.
It is. And it's stuff that is pretty much not in any major news cycle, or not that I've seen at least. And it just kind of makes you think about the nasty shit that happens that we don't even know about.
Yeah. Most of it they won't even report on. I mean, there was all that weird shit about Drake, and then that vanished really quickly, and everyone still thinks he's amazing.
Yeah, no, there's been loads of weird shit about Drake. That man is not okay.
Remember all that sketchy stuff? Yeah. But like, no one cares now. He brings out a new song, and everyone's like, "Yay!" I don't understand.
well, Zayn has been a victim of the cancel culture. And obviously, like, he's married to a very influential family that people care about just as much as they care about Zayn. And so there's always going to be like people going into 2 different camps, like, oh, Team Gigi or Team Yolanda or Team Zayn. But I think it's just like the fact that they have to live their personal life publicly. It really exaggerates the whole experience of it.
Yeah, it can't make it any better, can it?
Okay, can we rewind a little bit for me and some other listeners who might not understand? Who is Zayn Malik? Was that One Direction?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And who is Gigi?
Hadid. She's a model.
Oh, right, okay. And like they're together. They're like
Yeah.
Yeah, they got together. They had a baby quite recently. They're married.
They're married. I thought they broke up.
Oh, well, they have now. I'm not sure about the current situation. I've only caught up on Twitter when it was trending. So
Right.
But he's like, so he struck his wife's mother.
Yeah.
Yolanda Hadid, a former Mothers of Beverly Hills, I think, Housewives of Beverly Hills star.
Oh, okay.
The reality TV show.
Yeah.
That was before Gigi Hadid and Bella Hadid, her sister, blew up in the modeling world and took it to the next level. So it was like a B-list star.
Yeah, so she was a fairly important woman.
Yeah.
So have we got any context to this? Did they say why? I mean, and he pled guilty to it, right? So it happened.
He played no contest.
Yeah, so he didn't even bother trying to contest it. So yeah, it's pretty much, you can accept that it's a thing that happened.
And he released a statement on an iPhone Notes app, classic, saying, oh, I wish
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
I'd like to live this in private, in a nutshell, which I completely understand.
The exact quote is, as you all know, I'm a private person and I very much want to create a safe and private place for my daughter to grow up in. A place where private family matters aren't thrown on the world stage for all to poke and pick apart. In an effort to protect that space for her, I agreed to not contest claims arising from an argument I had with a family member of my partner's who entered our home while my partner was away several weeks ago.
Okay.
So he's saying she entered without, like, unannounced kind of thing.
Yeah, so Gigi was in Paris and he's saying that her mother came basically unannounced and like refused to leave, I think.
So he did the honourable thing and he struck
and punched
her.
It is not the first attempt of a character assassination of Yolanda Hadid. She's notorious on the internet of being slightly, I don't throw this word around lightly, toxic.
Okay.
Right.
Around her daughters, especially back in the reality TV days when they were still like developing models and she was pushing them onto the into the spotlight.
Maybe this is part of why people don't care so much, because they don't like her to begin with.
Yeah, potentially.
Perhaps. Well, I've seen compilation videos of like some really unhealthy family dynamics between the daughters and the mother, especially when it comes to like eating and restrictive eating, because obviously they're models. Gigi, the wife of Zayn, I think, is estranged now, apparently.
Yeah.
She calls in home from school and she's like, I'm fainting. I haven't had anything to eat. And the mother's like, just have an almond. Just chew it really thoroughly.
I love that. Just
shit.
Just suck this almond, you'll be fine.
So that sort of gives you an insight, into the power play and the role that Yolanda plays in the family. She's the queen bee. She's a matriarch.
Okay, I'm starting to change my mind now. See, I was very much like, yeah, this is bad.
It's not okay to struck your mother-in-law. It doesn't matter what the anecdotes from the 50s say.
Yeah, exactly. You should not be striking your wife's mother. Or any mothers if you can help it. Or just
anyone. Yeah, if you can avoid it.
The most upsetting thing is that Zayn was sacked by his label.
Oh, really? What, over this specifically?
Yep. I think 2 days after the whole public conundrum.
Do we have a statement from them?
No, not that I'm aware of, but I've seen headlines that he's been sacked from the label.
I was going to get the popcorn. This is...
It's turning into a show, isn't it?
I know, yeah.
BuzzFeed.
7 things you didn't know about Zayn Malik. Oh, did you guys see? Oh man, I should have researched this. What the fuck was that thing with Kanye West and Justin Bieber and Marilyn Manson dressed in white yesterday? And they were sort of like christening Marilyn Manson.
What the fuck? Wait,
like I'm not sure. Have I hallucinated this? Because it doesn't sound real.
I saw something. Here it is. Kanye has sparked. Well, for starters, Ye has sparked controversy by involving Marilyn Manson in his latest Sunday
The artist formerly known as Kanye.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Ye.
Justin Bieber performed with the Sunday Service Choir, belting out songs from his catalogue. Manson's inclusion in the event caused controversy as the artist currently faces sexual assault allegations from several women.
Yeah, it seems sketchy. Like, oh yeah, now I'm suddenly a good Christian man.
Fuck off, is he?
Like 4 years ago, he was like ripping up a Bible on stage.
I swear, not even 4 years ago.
Yeah, like that was a big part of his stage show, was like destroying a Bible in the middle of a song and ripping it up. And
I mean, I get Justin Bieber; he's a devout Christian, but not Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
it's a bit random.
But yeah, now just when Manson's got all this shit about him, and it looks pretty bad. Like there's no solid no totally solid evidence yet, but it's
let's face it,
it's bad.
It's bad.
Just the sheer number of people saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, now he's suddenly Christian, so it's fine. He's fine.
Well, the thing is, it's not, because everyone is seeing straight through it. One person on Twitter called it too creepy even for Halloween. People are seeing straight through it. Someone called it horrible distortions of reality.
I mean, was there a reason? Did they do it on Halloween on purpose? Because, yeah, I am spooked, and it sounds like others are spooked.
No, but if this was a Halloween spooky thing, then fucking Justin Bieber wouldn't have been involved and Kanye wouldn't have been involved, because those two are genuinely Christian.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
Sorry, ye.
Yeah.
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 I think it should be yay, because it's Kanye, it's not Kanye. Oh, shit, if I've been saying Kanye
We went
wrong.
over this last episode.
Damn it. I should have made notes. Actually, if I made notes, it wouldn't have helped, because it would have been written down, and I still don't know how to say ye.
It's ye. It's after how it's written in the Bible.
Oh, yeah, ye. Yeah, like ye olde, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Cool. I'm going to write ye like the Bible on my notes.
Sure. Next time, you better fucking know it.
I think that's just an outrageous display of midlife crisis, this thing.
Which bit? The name change or the whatever the hell that was with the white suits?
Everything.
Everything, yeah.
I mean, just grow some apple trees or invest in your
Buy a motorcycle.
Exactly, yeah. I think Yi is a man who's got too much money and too much fame and doesn't know what to do with it.
You know, if there's anyone who actually needs a conservatorship,
It's Yi.
it is Yi. I'd be down for that, and I think people wouldn't go nuts about him being with a conservatorship. Have Britney Spears as conservator.
The tables have turned.
Yes. I assume she's good now. I mean, from everything I've seen, she seems to be like preparing for some sort of tell-all.
The end of it.
Yeah, I think she's going to let everyone know at some point, and it's worse than what we even think, apparently.
Yeah, I can believe that.
It'd be interesting. I mean, that book would sell a lot if she puts in a book.
Oh, there's been plenty of documentaries and podcasts about the whole conservative.
I'm glad it's not just me. Yes. Controversial.
I stopped trying to make sense of it when I first found out about it, because there's only one Britney in this world and there's so many people on this planet, and you can't possibly ever not even just relate to her experience, but understand what is it like to be Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was just like, I sit back and just pray that everyone's happy at the end and justice is served.
Yeah.
I ignored it for a while because it was just I read about it once and it made me so annoyed that I was like, I can't deal with this. It's so infuriating, but yeah, there's nothing like ordinary people can do. And if that's what's happening to someone who's that famous, how many sketchy things like this are going on everywhere?
Well, I think when she does come out with everything, and you know, if she writes a book or if she does interviews about it and she actually details what happened, I think more stuff will start coming out.
Yeah, about other people. Yeah,
exactly.
I didn't even know Amanda Bynes has the same thing with her family.
Is she?
Yeah,
she's gone bonkers.
Yeah, they want you to think she's gone bonkers.
She did snap. I don't know, a couple of years ago, she just went all crazy on Twitter, etc. And then, because she was a poster child, sort of well-behaved, humble Disney child.
Oh, same with Britney.
And then obviously it got a bit too much.
Well, that's kind of a testament to how fucked up it is to have like child stars, isn't it?
Yeah.
From such a young age, I can't say that I've experienced that, but I've been in the music sort of industry since a fairly young age. And I know that you guys have been like touring and playing in your mid-early teens. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to have a band, because obviously I said I'm Lithuanian. I'm from Lithuania. And I used to have a band back there. And I was 14 when I joined them. And we went on tour. It was just a local tour, but it was fairly detrimental to my well-being as a 14-year-old. And I can't even imagine what's it like on a global level.
Why? Why do you think it was detrimental?
It was knackering, because you're on the road, you have gigs on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and you're traveling at the back of a van and trying to catch up on homework. And then when we had this like local tour around the major cities, and the final show was the night before my GCSEs, basically. So I came back home at 5 a.m.
Oh, shit.
Took a shower, got into my school uniform, and went there like half asleep. And my grades have suffered. I don't know about you guys, but obviously I've learned so much and it's been a pleasure and an honor to do these things. But I went on hiatus after that for quite a few years.
I did a similar thing, and then yeah, 'cause I was playing guitar and did the touring while still at school. But then we were like rehearsing 3 nights a week, then like playing shows and stuff. So yeah, you didn't really have time for anything else, and then still like practicing at home.
And most of the time you're around adults
Yeah.
that can drive, and so you don't really mingle with people your age, and you kind of miss out on some of the stuff that you would probably do after school as a 14-year-old.
It's true. Even the other bands, like the other support bands, are all like older.
They're
and they're
all like way older,
early 20s or something. Yeah. Yeah, I did the same because, well, once that band like broke up after 3 years or whatever, then I sort of stopped with music for 4 or 5 years before coming back as a drummer. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you do come back, you really know that you want to do it on your own terms, and then you just don't get into anything.
Yeah, it's totally different, and then then it is much more for fun, and it is much more fun.
Maybe that's what I've been doing more recently. It's going to sound stupid. Obviously, when I was a teenager or whatever, I've been playing music for years, and then I stopped when I was about 18 and have started the more engineering side of it. But I've reached the point now where I do just want to do it for the fucking fun of it.
Yeah.
You do reach a stage where everything else kind of goes out the window, and that's when you go back into it.
Then it is much more fun. I think you make better music when you're not making music to try and be popular as well.
Yeah, not trying to please other people. You're just doing it for yourself.
Exactly. And then imagine that, having to do that as a, 14-year-old, 12-year-old, I don't know how old they were when they got really big, on like live TV, doing tours.
Yeah, a much, much bigger scale.
Yeah, playing to thousands of people a night.
Well, and having to know all the dance steps as well. Not just do the talking and
the whole routine. Exactly. You just turn out completely different to other people. That's why I think that we can't possibly relate to what Britney's going through. We can support and just like hashtag free Britney, but we will never be able to understand what's going on.
Yeah,
it's true. I concur.
I don't really know what to
You summed that up nicely. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Have you seen any good live music lately?
I haven't been to a live show for a couple of years now, and I was supposed to go to one the other day, but it fucking sold out.
What were you trying to go see?
There's a band called Vukovi.
Yes, they were on one of our Audible experiences.
Exactly, whatever the fuck it's called. You
Oral.
broke me into them.
The oral experience with an A.
With an A.
Don't be filthy now.
Yeah. I really wanted to see them, and they're playing a tiny little venue near where I live, but naturally it sold out like that, and I didn't realise.
Didn't they cancel that gig as well?
No, they cancelled the one before it.
Oh, okay. That was a really interesting reason for cancelling a gig, something I hadn't seen before, and they were like very open about it. And the singer basically said, like, due to like not doing gigs in a while and then suddenly being back in gigs and like surrounded by people and everything that goes along with it, that it was affecting her mental health, and she was like very, very open about it on social media when saying like, look, we're just gonna move these gigs to a different date because I don't feel good enough to do gigs right now, which is interesting. That's not something I've seen before.
It's not, but hopefully it's something we'll see more of.
That's 2021 for you.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like that openness, the openness with everyone, and not trying to hide any sort of mental health issues, and
just being transparent.
There's not a manager and an angry mom behind the scenes going like, you're gonna go up on that stage and you're going to entertain. You're gonna make them laugh and you're gonna make them clap.
I mean, I think that still happens very much in like the mainstream industry.
But what about you, Ssaule?
I went to see Square Pusher this weekend at the Roundhouse in London.
Okay.
Do you know Square Pusher?
Can't say that I do.
I know the name.
Kind of like UK IDM drum and bass outfit from the stretching all the way back to the 90s. That was really good. That was more of an audio-visual experience because I think he's got some really interesting connections between what he plays live that translates into like a visual installation behind him, which is quite good. Was
it just like one guy, or they are a band?
It's just one guy. He's a bassist by trade. And then he plays bass. And I think there's a lot of complex MIDI routing and mapping going on because I think he uses his bass as a MIDI controller.
Nice.
Probably something beyond MIDI at this point because with we've graduated beyond MIDI at this point, I think.
It still seems to be like the main format of things, though. A design that came up in like the 1980s, and everyone still kind of relies on MIDI. It's like still the fastest. I think it's because it's simple, but it just works.
They're working on MIDI 2.0 to increase the capacity of it as like protocol, because the 0 to 127 obviously doesn't really cater to us anymore.
No, but yeah, it's worked really well for a long time. I mean,
Exactly.
we're almost 40 years since it started being used. I'm going to look up actually when exactly MIDI was.
87, I think.
Oh, 87. Okay. It's a bit later than I thought.
I've read this fantastic book called Mad Skills by Ryan Didak on the history of MIDI and the development of MIDI, and how like it was a lot more business focused back then when it came out rather than music focused. So
I suppose normal people wouldn't have access to the technology because you wouldn't have a PC at home like ready to play around with.
Yeah.
yeah, well, Apple put their foot in through the door first, and that's why we have much more Apple friendly software. And everyone says that, oh, everyone uses Apple in the studio.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
A lot of doors were like Apple only in the beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was mainly like, Pro Tools and Logic and stuff. Wasn't it?
Yeah, they got there first, basically.
And it says here, MIDI was in. Oh, there's like differing things because this thing says MIDI was invented in 1981. Someone else is saying 1983.
When was it like fully available to the public?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do more research on this.
Let's just say the 80s.
The 80s, yeah.
We could do let's do a whole episode on MIDI at some point. I'd be
We could
happy
do
to do
that,
that.
yeah.
I think there is more than enough to talk about with MIDI.
Let's do that.
Something so simple changed the world of music.
Should we get started on, what was it called?
Air vibrations.
Air vibration
Of-
critique.
the mind.
I don't like that. We're changing the name.
Again.
Yeah, again.
No, I've settled on this. The air vibrations vibrating.
No, it's fucking terrible. It's weird, and we can't remember it.
It's there. We just need to put the pieces in the right places. There's something to it. It's catchy.
No, we are going with earful of sound.
Ooh.
That's what we're fucking calling it now. All right.
All right. I like
All
that.
right.
I'll take my
Cool.
earful of sound medicine, Mum.
Ooh. Okay, this took a weird turn, but let's roll with it. Where should we start? Let's start with shit. Where should we start?
This week has been amazing for the track selections. I've had Poppy on repeat today.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, you see, yeah, you've done your homework.
Oh, yeah, I've got some.
You've done your
We have had guests where we've got to this part and they're like, oh, what
was the assignment?
what
what am I
song?
listening to?
Or talking about a totally different song.
Yeah. All right. So, what did you think of Fear of Dying, then, Ssaule?
Well, first of all, I'm a bit embarrassed to say that I've never heard of Poppy before that. So
Oh, really? Okay.
it was a bit of a, whoa, have I been living under a rock? Probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Because obviously she's got a massive, gigantic legacy in the internet world and the music scene.
Yeah.
And the sort of ever evolving persona that she's been cultivating. I did look it up afterwards. And the song is fantastic. I mean, as I said, I've had it on repeat because it's just like this raw, driving rock song with, it's like compact. It said everything it had to say in 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah. It's very punk rock or kind of grungy.
I really
It's
liked
punk rock
it.
grungy. I mean, those two are kind of synonymous. Grungy's.
I've got to say, I liked it a lot more than I expected to. Like the vocal melodies were really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got a lot of like Hole vibes.
Yeah,
Courtney Love Hole. Yeah.
But with autotune.
with autotune and with
Yeah,
MIDI
there
drums.
is.
Was it just me that noticed? It sounds like
is
it's
that
MIDI
shit?
drums.
I did not catch that. No.
Oh,
It sounds too perfect to be a real player.
I mean, I was about to compliment the instrumental, the tight performance in the studio, but
To be fair, I've seen them do live clips when, like last year or the year before, she went through like the really heavy new metal phase.
nice.
And yeah, the drumming in that was like spot on. But I think they get like the best session musicians anyway.
I think it was the drums and the vocals that made the track for me because like the melodies are really catchy. And when it went to the bridge, I've ascended like when the splash in the bridge, it really hit the spot for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm surprised you noticed that. Yeah.
It's a good track. I'm gonna go into a full deep dive into Poppy's discography after this, definitely.
Yeah.
This current album is all kind of like similar to that, and I've been enjoying it after listening to this song. It all sort of has that punk rock or grungy vibe or both.
I'm going to be honest, I only listened to the track about an hour ago, so I think I'm going to have to check out the rest of that album, actually.
Yeah, check out that album. The album before is the new metal one, I think.
Right.
And that's the only time I just caught like a clip on Facebook of it, and that got me interested because it wasn't what I expected Poppy to, like, I'd heard of Poppy and not expected her to sound like that.
Yeah.
Really good vocal performance.
Yeah.
I don't know, in all fairness, like if someone asked me to put a musician into a time capsule to like capture what the internet culture and music culture is today, I would choose Poppy, because like how she built her whole image and how she's really busy and she keeps putting stuff out. She does like makeup tutorials on YouTube, streaming, I think.
Oh, really? I didn't know she did that.
Yeah.
It's the sort of noughties era of children that grew up on the internet, sort of poster child.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
It's a good way of putting it, I think.
Yeah, the song wasn't like overly complicated. I really liked the guitar because it was just a basic power chords in a chord progression.
Yeah, but it works. It doesn't need to be anything.
everything fits together so perfectly. The song doesn't really progress, but then also the song is only 2 minutes something, so it doesn't really need to go anywhere.
It goes where it needs to.
It's just a vibe. It's an enjoyable vibe.
I thought it was really densely packed.
Yeah.
No need for filler.
It sounds like a long full-length track. I mean, it is a full-length track, but it sounds like a 3.5 minute track and not in a bad way.
Yeah. There's like a bit of a breakdown as well, but it's still got like the candy vocals over the top.
One thing I've noticed that metal and like poppy girly vocals, the sort of sweet saccharine even juxtapose each other really well. I think that's a combination that
they
just
fucking do,
works.
yeah.
I don't know how, but it does.
There's clips of Jasmine Bean playing live, and when they play live, they've got like a 3-piece band. There's a bassist, guitarist, and a drummer, and it's really stripped back and it's really powerful. And Jasmine's vocals on top of that, which are obviously quite, they're candy vocals, whatever. It's such a weird mix, but again, it fucking works.
It does. I think, I think that's what the writers of Baby Metal figured out before anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we have this really heavy music, but then the vocals, mixing wise, the vocals come through like really fucking clear. Even if you like put loads of effects on the vocals, it can still be like really clear over the top because it's total different frequencies from everything else. Right,
let's move on. Let's talk about Glue by Bicep.
Oof.
Ooh, I'd never heard of Glue or Bicep before. So I had no idea where this was going.
And where did it go?
Yeah, so it starts simple, breaky kind of beat, right?
Yeah.
The kick was a really interesting sample.
Yeah, I like the kick.
A lot of room, like really thick. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a better way to describe it.
Oh, you're not doing justice.
No. I need someone else to describe for me.
Oh, it's #mood, #vibe. If you've ever been on TikTok, you know this song. Have you been on TikTok?
No.
No. Is that my problem? Is it on TikTok?
Is this actually a TikTok song?
It is. I mean,
it's shit. Okay.
I didn't know that.
I don't blame them because the people that use it as a soundtrack for their nostalgic, photo dumps of vacations and memories, etc. Because the song is so nostalgic and so evocative, and it's so simple.
You're so much better with words than I am.
It's the power of an amazing beat. They're just riding on that wave, and they do it really well.
Yeah, the fact the beat doesn't change is fine because they keep like adding things, taking things away. There's a like weird high pitch modulated thing. They keep like changing the pitch.
I think it's a vocal sample. I had this gut feeling when I was listening to it that it's a vocal sample.
Oh, really?
Dun, dun,
okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Shit, I've not even picked up on that.
But then there's like some soothing synths come in behind it, and then everything just feels really calm and relaxing.
Yeah.
But I've written in my notes, I was like, how does this fit with the bendy melody thing? Because that sample is like being really detuned and like manipulated, but yeah, it fits with the synths that are staying perfectly in tune.
I thought it was it's like a master class in minimalist songwriting. Like if you make a really good beat, build on top of it. Don't go overboard.
Yeah.
The whole song, I think, is just like 4 or maybe 5 elements tops, and they just come and go and come and go.
Yeah, that's all you need sometimes.
You get about 3/4 of the way through before there's any vocals, and it's just a little vocal sample. But then actually now I'm thinking maybe that other high-pitched thing was a vocal sample. Maybe that's the same vocal sample.
No, surely not.
Could be. Depends how much you could manipulate anything to that degree, yeah.
True, I mean, they could have just turned it into like a vocal drop and really fucked at it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. It sounds good. And then like it ends with like that harmony synth staccato thingy over the top.
I think it also really sounds really British. That's why people like it, because it's a direct reference to the whole 90s UK jungle drum and bass sound, especially the beat. So people are naturally drawn to it in that sense.
Huh, I hadn't thought of it. Sounding British.
I thought it sounded incredibly British. Maybe I've seen the music video as well, and I think it's like just still scenes of Blackpool.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I guess Blackpool definitely gives British vibes.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Yeah, that whole 90s EDM scene in England was huge with the raving and the drugs. But yeah, you don't think about it. I guess being English, I've never really thought about that.
Do you not think of music like when you tune into like a band that you listen to and you think, oh my god, they sound like it definitely sounds American, but then you realize they're from like, I don't know, Leicester.
Yeah, that has happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
Or you listen to a band that it sounds like they must have written this album like in mid Wales in a little hut, and then they're from Las Vegas. I've had moments like that, but this particular beat, this song sounded really British to me. I don't know why.
Do we know where Glue are from? Or is Glue even a them, or is Glue a person?
Glue is the name of the song, Daniel.
Bicep.
Oh, well, fuck me.
It's an electronic music duo from Northern Ireland.
Right, okay.
I thought it was just one guy. I didn't realize it was two of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got Northern Ireland.
No, not at all.
Because they created a blog called Feel My Bicep, which was used to post Lost and Forgotten Disco.
Fair enough. It's an interesting origin story.
Yeah.
There was a song, Ssaule, when I messaged you earlier and we were sort of talking about what we could do today and sort of doing the whole setup thing, you sent me a track that you wanted us to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So we've added it to the Earful of Sound for this episode. It's called There's Nothing You Can't Do. It's by...
Spirit of the Beehive.
Yeah, it's by Spirit of the Beehive. Honestly, I'm not sure what I was expecting.
I don't know where to start here. Don't pass over to me. No.
It was... It doesn't sound like it should work, but it fucking does.
Yeah. I don't know where to start with this. There was there's like so much going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put it again in my notes is that there is a lot going on. But then how does this fit? Question mark. Because it's still fitted, even though there were several things that are detuned or just totally off key, random samples, all squished together.
But it fucking worked.
Yeah.
And how?
I've been thinking about it because obviously, like every now and then, a band or an artist, come into my life, and when I hear them for the first time, I'm like, whoa! And I go into this massive super fan, obsessive, slightly even mode. And I've been listening to their discography on like heavy rotation since May. And one thing that I know that I like it, but one thing I want to find out is why I like it.
Yeah.
So this particular song really encapsulates it because it has these little pockets of songwriting, these little snippets of songs that you could even play on a really simple bread and butter setting of guitar and piano. And then when you get into it, they just stop it and take it away from you and then go into a completely different part of the song. And there's these like weird samples from old commercials going on and noise and just this random beat that's completely, I don't know where it came from in the background. And when I listen to it, I'm like, this is a little bit like what inside of my head sounds like sometimes. Because he's like, random thoughts, emotions, work reminders, TikTok references. So I just wanted to, show this band to anyone who asks. Yeah,
I need to check out more because,
me too.
There was so much ear candy all squashed together, and I don't know what was going on exactly. and then it suddenly sort of fades into like old school Nirvana vibes with like the just power chord guitars and the sort of screaming over the top with like a simple drum beat going on. But even the drums themselves have got like shitload of distortion or compression or something.
I checked out a couple other of their tracks just briefly, and they're all fucking weird. But this one in particular is just completely out there. a lot of their other tracks are a lot tamer than this, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
This is Spirit of the Beehive.
Spirit of the Beehive, yeah. I'm 100% going to have to listen to more of these guys.
How did you find out about Spirit of the Beehive?
I'm not gonna lie. Spotify radio.
Okay, fair enough.
The algorithms,
Actually,
they
not
know
bad.
everything.
Yeah, they fucking do. I've got to say, it's not very often that someone will show me a band that I will genuinely go down a fucking rabbit hole looking at all their shit. But I have a feeling you've shown me one of these bands.
Oh God.
Like, I don't know if I like it per se, but I just
It's
I want to know
interesting.
more.
That's
It's
what it
really
is.
intriguing.
That's how I felt when I first tasted Marmite when I moved to the UK. I dipped my finger in. I'm like, what the fuck? Ew. Oh my God. More. Next thing you
Throw that
know,
away.
I'm spreading it on my crumpet every morning now.
No, get rid of it.
You're more British than us, I think.
British.
British. Water. Someone pass me the water.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Anyway.
I've just, I'm going to derail for a sec. So when you were talking about Square Pusher earlier, I Googled him. In one of the people also ask bits of Google is Square Pusher a jungle?
What? A jungle?
I think they were.
A jungle?
Yeah, I think they mean, are they jungle?
I'm
No.
sure.
Are they
Yeah.
a jungle?
Is Square Pusher a jungle? That's what it says.
Imagine getting him on these, YouTube videos when they have like, top 10 most asked questions about me on Google, and Square Pusher starts unpeeling this. Have you seen these
Yeah.
Vogue? I don't know where they do it. Like,
Yeah, I know
is
exactly what you
Square
mean.
Yeah,
Pusher
yeah.
a jungle?
I want to know Square Pusher's answer to this.
I'll try and contact him and find out.
It'd be strange if it's revealed he actually has been a jungle this whole time.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody has
you
noticed.
never know. Maybe the Amazon is making music and we just don't know.
I would argue that it is.
Well, yeah, in some ways.
With the rain and the noises of the animals and the crickets and
Some would call that music, I guess.
it's all vibrating air.
It is, but we're not critiquing it because we don't do the vibrating air critique anymore. We do the earful of music. And what are we choosing?
We did the vibrating air critique last week.
Yeah, it's not that anymore. That was a terrible name.
You're a terrible name.
Thank you. So I'm going to give you a song for the earful of music. I'm going to give you this track for a completely different reason than I normally suggest tracks. The track is Dive by Fightstar.
Oh, okay.
This song makes no fucking sense at all. And you'll see what I mean.
Right, I know this Fight Star. I saw Fight Star.
You know
couple
this
years ago.
Fightstar.
I know this Fight Star. Yeah, it's Charlie from Busted, right?
Yeah.
Was he in this band before Busted, and then he went back to them after leaving Busted?
Was he? I didn't know that. I don't know. I don't know much about Fightstar. I've not really listened to much of their stuff. I only really know this one track, and I think it's fucking hilarious.
I don't know this particular song actually, but I know the band.
There's like quite a nice. It's like a guitar that's gone through a whammy pedal bit that kind of
Yeah.
goes over the top. I like that
They usually do that.
little melody. Yeah, I like that. But that's about the only thing I like. And the rest of the track, you see what I mean. Go listen to it.
Okay.
What are you going for?
Yeah, Ssaule, what are you going for?
No, Dan, you go first. I'm still thinking.
Fuck it. I was still thinking. I was trying to buy myself time.
See, I came prepared, unlike you fuckers.
I have a song. Listen to McDonald's Girl by The Blenders for next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we get any more
Interesting.
information?
Just anything goes.
Anything goes? Okay, that's ominous.
Just a good tune.
All right. I am slightly nervous after the Spirit of the Beehive track.
Don't worry, this is going to be the polar opposite of it.
Okay. All right. Danny boy.
Oh,
Danny boy.
Danny, I got no good ideas. Just skip mine. Do you two's instead.
Just pick one already.
No. Oh God, I hate that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's talk about this because it. I want to hear your thoughts. Okay, it's Raindrops by Escape the Fate
Oh,
and Phase 1.
oh, mate.
This is a very strange mix.
Don't force me to listen to this.
I want to hear your thoughts on this.
I don't want to do this.
Escape the Fate are really good musicians.
They, I like some of their older stuff because I was a bit of an emo when I was a kid.
And then, yeah, sometimes they put out some amazing stuff. They did a song recently with that famous violinist.
What?
Yo-Yo Ma.
Oh, what's it? Lindsay
Lindsay Sterling. Yeah.
Yeah, she's done some cool stuff actually.
Yeah. But then, I was thinking of picking that song, and then I've seen this one, and I listened to just a 5-second snippet of it, and it is 100% going to be my choice for all of the wrong reasons.
Oh no.
You got to listen to it from start to finish as well. None of this listening to little bits.
Okay, you've got to do the same for the Fight Star track because the weirdness is more at the end than it makes no fucking sense.
All right, I will make sure. I always make sure I get an earful anyway.
Cool. So you will get a proper earful of sound. All of us will. We've got fucking 3 tracks to listen to. Proper earfuls of sound right here.
At least 3
only got 2
interesting
ears.
tracks for the sound.
2 ears, 3 tracks. Fuck!
Don't you have the one on your forehead?
No.
I thought we all had those.
You're weird, Daniel. Seek help.
I'm eared.
Oh god.
Sorry, it sounds a bit eerie.
Oh no.
He's on a roll.
An eardrum roll.
All right.
Okay.
Oh god,
Let's
no.
go.
Oh my god.
That's it. That's the end. We got to get out of here. We've got home to go.
Right, on that disturbing note, thank you all so much for listening. If there's anything you want us to talk about or you want to say to us, then get in touch. All the links to do that will be in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Peace.
Peace.
You can change it and say, thank you, Ssaule, for listening.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening. If there's anything
Somebody pinch me, not in a good way, not in a good way, no. I can't believe, but the evidence is clear. There goes another one, there he goes. And we help each other out to pull the knives out of our backs. But how can you brush that off? We're smiling and waving. It's all I've been saying for the last few weeks, and secretly praying that it's all just some kind of joke or even a bad dream. All the faith I had in you, it's crashing and fading. Now tell me, how could you be so cold? Kill all your chicks with one stone. Just wake me, pinch me.